Boy, after Inside Out sent the main characters deep into the reaches of Riley's mind. I can't wait to see what kind of story they come up with for the sequel. It's a seam, isn't it?
Wow, those guys are jerks.
Wow, those guys are jerks.
So Inside Out has returned because Pixar did about 6 original IP films in a row and realized, okay, that's enough actual work for now. We can just rest on our laurels and swim along for a while. So they brought out another Inside Out, announced another Incredibles, and another Toy Story. And this is great because it's been almost a decade since the first Inside Out, and that means it's gained Pixar's most powerful tool, nostalgia. Joy, sadness, and the other less relevant emotions are back, and they're joined by even more emotions who will mostly also be much less relevant emotions. And then there's anxiety, who's just a frickin' psychopath. And like, God, I hate that character. It's all because Riley's a teenager, and she's hit puberty now, and that means that we can not talk about, periods or anything, or no, it doesn't matter. We're just going to make a movie about hockey, anxiety, and vaguely almost hint that she could be gay. Because that's as far as Disney said we're allowed to do. Now about the plot. Well, I don't want to give spoilers away, obviously, so I'll just tell you what happened in the first film, just as a recap, and see if you could, spot the differences between that plot and this one, okay? So Joy is in total control of the console, is trying to fix Riley her way. She gets yeeted away, goes on an adventure through Riley's mind, comes back like a bad itch after meeting some quirky characters, and then realizes when she returns that she has to change and share control of Riley. Yep, the heart and soul has been ripped out of Pixar in this one a little bit to me. I don't know why so much, because it still has great moments. It does. It's got moments like when Joy says, maybe as you grow up, you just feel less joy. Maybe that's what happens. Oh, that hit me. But it feels like a Toy Story sequel. It feels like they're watching Andy grow up. It's the same vibe. So much. And they really did just rely on... You see a Pixar film. You see this new IP. And you see all these great things. And you find it really interesting and amusing, all the things that they can do with it. I find myself going in the cinema watching the first Inside Out. That's smart, that's clever. All the punny things that they do with, toys are alive so that we can do this. Emotions are alive and we can be inside someone's head so we can do all this. That goes away a lot in the sequel, and they really have just gone, hey, here's some jokes and things we didn't do in the first one. Let's do those now. And it is a good movie. I find myself shitting on it a lot, this one. But it is a good movie. I did enjoy it. It just doesn't feel like they were even trying to put it near the top of anyone's Pixar films list. I never felt like Inside Out 1 was really near the top of my Pixar rankings. And this is just the same. It feels like I really enjoy the concept. I can see how much more they could do with this concept, and how they really could turn it into a franchise, and so I wasn't surprised when they announced this sequel. But I feel like with the first one, there's just something missing that doesn't quite, it feels like a shame on both occasions, this and the first one, that they turned into a kind of bog standard Disney Pixar adventure fair kind of thing, They are both just road trip films at the heart of it. And it's annoying because you get so many animated films that are that already, and you didn't need to do that. you just really didn't need to do it like that. So I do think there was something else that they could have done with the first one, and I guess I was just coming into this hoping they would make a different film, and it feels very much like they've just used the first one as so much of a template that there's nothing jumping out at me as new at all. It is fun, it's family friendly, it's got some jokes that target a higher audience. It is a Pixar film in every sense. It just, I don't know, feels like it doesn't have that emotional kick. Feels like it wasn't trying that hard. That it feels like they coasted by a little bit on this one for me. And it feels like they wanted to make the highest grossing animated movie ever, and then they did that. I can't believe they did that. I can't believe it made it that far. But they did. So, well done, I guess. I'm giving In Your Head 4 stars. I'm not going to be the one to say it, but envy, embarrassment on Wii. She's 13. There are other emotions that you start feeling around.